It's nobody's birthday. Don't light a candle on the cake. It's nobody's birthday. It was just a big mistake. It's nobody's birthday. No need to uncork the wine, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. It's nobody's birthday. No tail on the donkey today. No need to celebrate being alive when your dreams get stolen away. It's nobody's birthday, so leave the party hats behind, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. There'll be no balloon animals, no Chuck E. Cheese, no animatronics singing dogs. There'll be none of this for me. And don't give me any fucking birthday cards. I don't need your sympathy. The Hallmark stores are all closed and shit. There'll be none of this for me. It's nobody's birthday. There'll be no big surprise. The candles' flames were doused away by the teardrops from my eyes. Here we go. It's nobody's birthday. No need for presents at this time, 'cause it's nobody's birthday but mine. No, it's nobody's birthday but mine.
Jane, stop this crazy thing. It's going round and round and it won't stop. Help me, Jane. Jane, I think I've gone insane. This modern gadget brings only misery and pain.
Machines grant all our wishes, and robots do dishes.
Don't you see it, Jane? It's all a big mistake, tricked by the coy facade of technology and game. Jane, stop this crazy thing. It's going round and round and it won't stop. Help me, Jane.
And where are all the flowers? And where are the trees that once caught the autumn rain?
100,000 years have passed us since the Flintstone Age. And don't you think it's funny how the basic plot's the same? The bosses pull their corporate strings and drive our lives insane. it's laughing without shame. Oh, Jane. Why do they laugh, snicker, and grin? Do they not see our grief within? Or am I merely a martyr, imprisoned in a world of imagination, suffering for all the world's sins? Jane, stop this crazy thing. It's going round and round and it won't stop. Jane.
And then I will deny you, and Judy betray you.
Don't you see it, Jane? Jane! Jane, stop this crazy thing! Jane! Stop this crazy thing! It's going round and round and it won't stop! Jane, it's not funny anymore! Jane, for the love of God, stop this thing! Stop it! Jane! Jane! Stop this crazy thing!
God help me. God help me. Please don't hurt me. Don't desert me. God save me. Don't forsake me. Oh, God. God save me from the life you gave me. Please, God, heal me from the hands you deal me. God, mend me from the pain you send me. Oh, God. God help me. God help me. Please redeem me. Don't redeem me. Please, God, spare me all the things that scare me. Oh, God. Oh, God, don't you see all this pain, all this misery, all this suffering, all this sorrow, all this paperwork, deadlines, bills, congestion, heartache, customer service. God help me. God help me. Please don't hurt me.
Testing, testing, 1, 2, 3, check. Checking the mic. Testing, help. Help. Help me. Testing, check. Help. Help me. Computer, what time is it?
It's 11:01 a.m.
Thank you, computer. You're my only friend.
You're very, very, oh so very.
Computer, stop! What was that? Computer, what is the weather today in Glendale?
The current weather is 70 degrees Fahrenheit with mostly cloudy skies. Throughout the day, you can expect more of the same, with a high of 74 degrees and a low of 56 degrees. By the way, I can notify
Computer,
you when
stop. Hello, everybody, and welcome to Henry's Kitchen, where today I'm going to be teaching you how to make coffee at home. A lot of people don't realize that you can make coffee at home. You don't have to go to Denny's or IHOP or one of these various chain restaurants that sort of up until now have had the monopoly on making coffee. You can actually do it yourself at home with just some water, and you want to get some beans, or you can get your beans pre-crushed. But what's important is that the water needs to be the right temperature, and you also have to use the right proportions of your ingredients in order for it to not come out tasting like shit. Incidentally, I want to thank, I believe this was Pug Lady who sent us this picture. Let me make sure. Yeah, Pug Lady sent this picture of Bahrain. Bahrain, a Middle Eastern country somewhere near Qatar. It used to be Qatar, but now everybody says Qatar, like guitar. I don't really know how it's pronounced, but Ultran122 says, make it Bahrain. Yeah, and maybe today we'll finish the game that we're playing, Heavy Bahrain. Royal Flush 9 says, I thought it was Bah Humbug. No, it's Bahrain, like they don't want the rain. It's Kate X says, I think Bahrain is a term for when it's raining sheep. Oh, okay, I didn't realize that. But anyway, we're getting off just a little bit here. I know everybody's got questions. I just want to talk about the coffee situation just for a second here. You can make coffee at home. It's much better if you go out to a designated coffee place to do it. But I'm going to show you how, if you're in a pinch and you use the right ingredients and you use the right proportions and your temperature of your water is correct, then you can do pretty well at home. And so we'll be using this, which is a coffee maker that was given to me. I think it's Taiwanese, maybe, or Vietnamese, or maybe it's from Bahrain. I don't know, but it's apparently something that you can use to make coffee. And I also have some coffee here that I bought the wrong grind for it, and that's why we need to try to figure out what to do with it. And so I'm hoping that this happens. JSBX fan says, isn't that a flour sifter? Yeah, you know what? It might be. Parasitosis says, someone gave you their trash? Well, I think in the country where this comes from, it's considered a very expensive piece of equipment. But, you know, one person's trash is the next person's treasure, I think is the way that the expression goes. There was something else I was going to say. Parasitosis says, have you ever made cowboy coffee, Henry? No, I have not, actually. Oh, I think I did. Yeah, I think, is that where you boil water and you pour your coffee in it and stir it? Bert Bufftug says, I have an idea. Feed the coffee to roast beef so he can poop it out just like that expensive civet coffee stuff. Or is it Kivot? I don't know what that is. Computer, what is a civet?
Civet is a French stew usually containing game, though duck and goose are used. The meat is marinated in red wine for long periods of time, then stewed with pearl onions and bacon.
Okay. For those wondering, my cat, Roast Beef, is alive and well and sleeping as he always does. We've got a camera on him in case we ever want to feel relaxed. I'm never relaxed. Wait, was he about to move? Oh yeah, he moved a little bit. That's a good sign. I recently shaved. Apparently, the beard and mustache are now growing in completely gray or white even. And since the object of the game here is not who can look the oldest possible, I'm trying to sort of reverse that, and so I went ahead and shaved that, and this way I look a little bit more like I want to participate in life. It wasn't the kind of cool beard. Thanks, Holy Crap Awesome. I appreciate that, but I didn't feel comfortable in it. Every time I looked into the mirror, I was saying to myself, who is that old fuck, and what's he doing with my face? And I didn't like it very much. JSBX fan says, you shaved during Movember. Yeah, I tried to keep a mustache for a second, but I went out walking and scared some children with it. Mustaches are very divisive, very triggering to some people. I tried to explain to the children I was just trying to express myself during a difficult time, and that just made things worse. Gawkwork Orange says, every time I look in the mirror, all these lines on my face are getting clearer. Yeah, it does seem... Is that a line from a Bruce Springsteen song? Or is that your own writing? Because either way, it's very good. It rhymes. JSBX fan says, I thought it was Santa hosting the last month. Oh, you thought it was Santa? No, that was me. But that's exactly why I shaved all that stuff. I didn't want to do that. Okay, M. Cariotti. Rod Stewart says the sun, when it hits her face, really shows her age. Very impolite. Yeah, that's a pretty fucked up thing to say to somebody. You know, it's interesting. When the light hits your face, I can see all the sort of lines and stuff. It's interesting. It's not attractive, but it's definitely interesting. Holy Crap Awesome. Judge a man not by the color of his beard, but by the contents of his cooking. Yeah. Or maybe the contents of his beard. Maui Girl 45 says, looks good either way. I even like the purple wig. Thank you very much. And speaking of which, Maui Girl, thanks for the encouraging stuff. It recently was brought to my attention that the band Nelson is still out there doing stuff. This is Ricky Nelson's kids, and they used to have bitchin' hair back in the early 90s and had a couple of hit songs. They're still out there doing stuff, and it occurred to me they literally look like they're wearing the Highwayman wig. It's kind of interesting to me. I'm just going to show a little bit of the Highwayman so you know what I'm talking about. Here. So that was not AI. That was actually me in green screen technology floating around, apparently looking like I'm floating around through space. Thanks, Tommy Tugs 2 times. Love you too. Noctur4 says, whoa, don't get YMCA striked. Watch out. What does that mean? Anyway, so that's sort of an interesting tidbit, I guess. Holy Crap Awesome wants to know how I flew like that with no wings. No, it's green screen, just like this picture that Pug Lady sent from Bahrain. So, Pug Lady, can we assume then that you recently took a trip to Bahrain? Because that's pretty awesome. Let's also take a look at another picture that Pug Lady sent of presumably her pug, Millie, looking a little bit sad, but very adorable. Some animals look adorable when they're sad, which sucks because, you know, when you're sad, you don't want people to go, "Oh, you look so cute," and then want to keep you that way. Hackabong says, "Do I need a matching wig to make coffee?" No, you won't be needing any kind of headwear or costume or anything to make this dish. We're just going to go ahead and do it. Oh, Pug Lady says, "My husband went to Bahrain for work." Oh, awesome. Okay. Wow, that's got to be an interesting job, jet setting all over the world like that. Coast to coast, LA to Chicago, which of course isn't LA to Chicago, but I'm quoting a lyric from the band Jardé, which is spelled Sade. Desolate Reality says, "Do I need coffee to make this coffee?" Yes, you will be needing coffee because that's literally the only thing that you need. That's what we're making. Okay, everybody. Oh, Fat Honger brings up an interesting point. She was referring to the coast of Lake Michigan. I didn't know that. Okay. And that's the one that's on, what is it? Is that Grand Haven or Big Haven? I always get them mixed up. The beaches there in Michigan, but they're beautiful. Hey, Butt Smasher Masher has chimed into the conversation and given us 100 bits. Thank you so much. And says, "What's looking good, cooking?" What's looking good with you too, Butt Smasher Masher? And Janie Mango's here, and Janie Mango says, "Henry, I've been missing for a while from the show, not from my family or home. Glad to be back." Well, thank you very much, Janie Mango. It's good to see you. And as a matter of fact, let's show a picture that you shared here. It says that this is Boise, Idaho. Boise, Idaho, of course, is a beautiful, beautiful place. I've been there, performed there. And I've driven through Idaho on the 15. I-15, I guess they would call it. It's just an absolute beauty. Parasitosis says, "Isn't the movie Misery about how someone thinks a man looks cute when they are sad?" Yeah, I think that's probably what happens in the extreme of that concept. Butt Smasher Masher says, "Will you finish Heavy Rain today? Through your whole gameplay, I've replayed it 3 times. Wow, really? Okay. Yeah, I'm going to try to get that thing done. Apparently, I'm making a lot of bad decisions. I'm killing kids and all kinds of stuff. Okay. We've got a couple other alerts here that came down the pike. Thitchin Hat, thank you so much for your subscription. Good to see you. And I think Thitchin Hat has a picture here too. Let's go ahead and show it now. Or was it a no? It's a song request. So maybe we'll do that now. Let's do our song request. But let's switch to a picture that'll work for it. We want something a little bit depressing. Purple as a Fruit gave us some good backgrounds. Not necessarily depressing, but they might work. How about this one? Wow, this is a beautiful one. Thanks, Purple Donut Filling as a Fruit. Let's go ahead and do our song to yours. But I want to say hi also to Ten Carl. Hey, what's up, Ten Carl? It says you and your effing coffee, Henry. Yeah, that's what we're going to be doing today. We're going to be making coffee out of coffee. Good to see you, man, and hope you're doing well. And CJack007, thank you for your subscription. We're going to have a good time here today. I'm going to go ahead and pull out the guitar. Let's go ahead and put the Reverbus on. Check, 1, 2. Test. Little flat. We've got a couple of song requests, but Thitchin Hat gave us one. Oh, Yeah, this is from the Carpenters. This is a wonderful song by the Carpenters, and it's been raining a lot here in Southern California. It's going to be raining this whole weekend, and so maybe this is a good song to do. It's a rainy theme, you know. We've got Bahrain, we've got heavy rain. Maui Girl says there was a beautiful hike in Driggs, Idaho, Tabletop Mountain. Yeah, and also don't forget that there's a strip of Idaho where it's not legal to kill somebody, but you can do it with impunity because according to the Constitution, you have to have a jury of your peers, and there isn't enough population in that designated area for you to be able to assemble enough of a jury. So the way that the urban myth goes, you could actually kill somebody with impunity. Brett Bain says Roast Beef the movie. Yeah, that would be awesome. I would watch that. He's got to get it done soon though, because he's getting up there. But cats don't age. They look good when they get older. Let's do one more shot of him here. Still looks very adorable. Chefs are the opposite. M. Cariotti says, I love the Carpenters, although it was not cool to admit that in high school. Yeah, you had to sort of hide that. Same with ABBA, and there was a period of time when we were judged by the music that we listened to, which is pretty ridiculous, right? I mean, it's literally just someone generating sound waves in a particular pattern that hit your ear and create some type of emotion or whatever. It's pretty silly to say that the way this guy generates his sound waves is way cooler than the other one does. Brett Bain says, my crush on Karen is legendary. Never been ashamed of it. Well, I'm glad to hear that. And I got to say, yeah, she was just incredible. I mean, not only beautiful, but also an incredible person and musician. Her drumming, we've seen in some clips lately on Instagram and stuff. She was a badass jazz drummer and had a killer voice, and taken from us too soon. And I want to say, when I say taken from us, I mean that she died. I don't mean that someone literally took her from us. Although technically, if you believe in the Grim Reaper, you could say she was taken from us by the Grim Reaper. But that's weird to say that in this context. But anyway, yes, R.I.P. the great Karen Carpenter, taken from us by the Grim Reaper very, very soon. Janie Mango says, I didn't care that Huey Lewis wasn't cool in high school. I was openly a fan. Well, he was cool to somebody because a lot of people were listening to that when I was in high school, and he was cool. I thought he was great. Back to the Future was a great movie, and his theme song was incredible. I also think the song I Want a New Drug, that very song, if you had it done by Van Halen, it would have been considered the coolest party song ever. Brett Bain says, Stuck With You is a masterpiece. Yeah, they're all great, and he was a great entertainer. Mars Appin says, I loved Huey, didn't care much for the news. Yeah, you're talking about the news in the 80s. It was terrible news. It was the Cold War. We were always hiding under our bed, hoping that the nuclear war didn't break out. So I don't blame you. JSBX fan says the news also played with Elvis Costello before they started that band. I did not know that. That's incredible. Ditchin' Hat says Huey played with the Grateful Dead. Wow, I didn't know any of this. All right. This is like finding out that Alan Parsons produced Pink Floyd. I didn't know that either. All right, I have long fingernails because of just general neglect and just general nihilistic behavior, but we're going to try to get through it. Here's a song by the great Karen Carpenter, who was taken from us by the Grim Reaper in a very, very early age, and it's awful. Talking to myself and feeling old. Sometimes I'd like to quit. Nothing ever seems to fit. Hanging around, nothing I can do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. What I've got they used to call the blues. Nothing's really wrong, feeling like I don't belong. Walking around, feeling like a fucking clown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. I don't remember how the bridge goes, so I'm just gonna talk it. Funny, but it seems I always wind up here with you, which sucks. Nice to know somebody loves me, I guess. Funny, but it seems that it's the only thing to do is just run and find the ones who love me. And by the way, when she says funny, she doesn't mean funny haha, she means funny peculiar. What I feel has come and gone before. No need to talk it out. We know what it's all about. Hanging around like a motherfucking big dumb clown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me down. Repeat bridge. No, we're not repeating the bridge. Run and find the ones who love me. Oh, key change. I like the key change. What I feel has come and gone before. No need to talk it out. We know what it's all about. Hanging around. Nothing to do but frown. Rainy days and Mondays always get me. That last part fell apart a little bit, but oh, I didn't say the last word here. Hold on. Down. The Jim Dodger says, when was this written? Well, I think this was written probably sometime during a rainy day, so maybe in the last couple weeks. Dark Ages says, it's sunny and it's not a Monday, so I can't relate entirely. I'm a motherfucking dumbass clown, though, so I get it. I hear you. And you know what? Aren't we all in a weird way? Don't we all play the clown? We play the fool. Don't forget, Nelson looks like the highwayman. Okay, let's go ahead and thank you very much also, not only Thitchin Hat Phaedrus for sending us that cool request, but also Purple as a Fruit, who gave us a couple of cool backgrounds this week. This is a nice one too, kind of abstract. Marzipan says, is it true Jose Suicidio freestyles all of his lyrics like Jay-Z? It's a similar process. There's an improv that's happening, but I don't know if I would call it freestyling. Parasitosis, funny like a clown. Do I assume you? I assume me. Okay, we've got another request actually from Parasitosis, who made that comment, and it's a beautiful song by the great Willie Nelson. Well, it was originally Patsy Cline, I believe. I don't know who wrote it, though. The melody is all over the place. Saguaro Ooh says, whoa, I wondered what happened to Nelson. Yeah, and by the way, Willie Nelson and the band Nelson are two totally different things. This is the band Nelson. Willie Nelson is the older guy who is sort of an off-the-grid, badass kind of contrarian country guy, and we love him for it. Big marijuana advocate as well as difficulty paying his taxes. So he's just like a lot of Americans. M. Cariotti says maybe that's Willie Nelson and his younger years. Yeah, definitely. Oh wait, no, you're talking about the band Nelson. No, that's not anything to do with Willie Nelson. Gawkwork Orange says Willie Nelson was in Half Baked and said I remember when a dime bag cost a dime. That's hilarious. Okay, let's go ahead and get into some other stuff here. This is a cool background, but I'm trying to think of. It seems weird to use this as a background for this nice song. Why don't we do this? Dark Ages gave us an incredible picture of what presumably seems to be the Aurora Borealis, and it is not boring like the name would suggest. This is very exciting. As a matter of fact, you guys take so many pictures of the Aurora Borealis that, like, I guess maybe it's because I grew up in Southern California, but I didn't know it was something that you could just see every now and then. They should advertise that more about the American Midwest. I think you'd get a lot more people visiting for tourism and stuff if they knew that they could look in the sky and see stuff like this. This is incredible. M. Cariotti says it usually is invisible. Oh, okay. Dark Ages says they don't happen nearly as common usually. We've been in a solar maximum recently. Oh, cool. Okay, so Elise and this is from Dark Ages. Elise and I caught the aurora last night. They were brighter than we'd ever seen them. The storm is supposed to continue through tonight, so there's still a chance some users could see them if they're further north. Well, we have a couple of users from the Great White North that have taken off to the Great White North, and so maybe they could send us their pictures. Okay, let's go ahead and do another song, and we'll use this. Okay, so this song, Parasitosis requested, it's called Crazy. I want to say, at the time that this song, computer, when was this song Crazy released? Computer, when was the song Crazy released?
Crazy by Patsy Cline was released on October 15th, 1961.
Okay. 1961 was more than 60 years ago? Jeez. So at that time, if you called somebody crazy, it was a really jarring term, and terms tend to lose their effectiveness over time. Now we just say, oh wow, really? That's crazy. It means nothing. So I thought if we wanted to update it so that people could hear it the way that people probably heard it when Patsy Cline was singing the word crazy, which means you're mentally out of your mind, like you are under some kind of a spell or you're literally insane. Royal Flush 9 says it's like the British Mad versus American Mad. Yeah. So this song, I thought, why don't we update it? And I was trying to think of a synonym for crazy that would match what it would have been in 1961, and I thought the word apeshit. Like you're going apeshit. And it kind of works because it's 2 syllables, so let's just call this song Apeshit, and then that'll sort of elicit that same emotion that audiences had when they heard Patsy Cline sing it back in 1961. Apeshit. I'm apeshit for feeling so lonely. I'm apeshit for feeling so blue. This is a really hard song, by the way. I knew you'd love me as long as you wanted. then someday you leave me for somebody new. This melody is very difficult. Worry, why do I wait, worry, jeez. Why do I let myself worry? Gawkwork Orange, thanks for the vote of confidence. Wondering, what in the world did I do? Also, I'm a little tone deaf, so it's difficult for me. We need a diminished chord right now. Not that one, though. Crazy. I'm sorry, no. Ape shit. Ape shit for thinking my love can hold you. This is hard. I'm ape shit for trying and ape shit for crying. Yeah, I'm ape shit for loving you. This is literally what it must have sounded like to audiences when Patsy Cline sang that she was crazy. One last bridge. Worry, why do I let myself worry? Wondering, the bridge part's easy. What in the world would I do? Ape shit. Ape shit for thinking my love could hold you. I'm doing that wrong for sure. I'm ape shit for trying and ape shit for crying. And I'm ape shit for loving you. Yeah, that's right. Heart has a song, Ape Shit on You. I go ape shit when I look in your eyes. Whatever that song is. Yeah, Saguaro Ooh, I think she would be odd. I think Patsy, that was a good tribute, I think. And it was also a Willie Nelson hit, too, so. Okay, Beelsby says voting is live. Who will be the Henry's Kitchen intern? And this is someone who gets an intern badge. And from now on, you will be in the chat. You will be an intern. You can read all about it. There's a voting that's happening. And also later on today, Lisi will be announcing the results. And that's going to be very exciting. So Parasitosa says, is Seals crazy also ape shit? Yeah. But we're never going to survive unless we go a little ape shit. It's Kate X. Oh no. Just the voting today. Oh, okay. Oh, I misunderstood. I thought that there was so it's just voting today. And then Lisi's going to announce the results, I guess. Oh, it says here, It's Kate X says the voting will finish on the 14th and the winner will be announced on Sunday. Okay. Got it. Poor ass guy, the link is not working for me. Oh no. Poor ass guy says the link is not working for me, and we do absolutely not only encourage destitute people to partake here because it is free to watch, but it should also be free to click the link. I hope it's not something that you have to pay for, because poor ass guy, unless it's an ironic name, is like the rest of us, struggling financially. Impecunious, I think, is a better word. Computer, what does impecunious mean?
The adjective impecunious is usually defined as having little or no money, penniless, poor.
There you go. So if you ever have a lot of time on your hands and you just don't want to use a one-syllable word like poor, you can just use one that's 5 syllables. I'm a little impecunious, and it'll impress your friends. Friends love it when you drop words like that. Bert Bufftug says, I'm already a Henry's Kitchen intern. I'm just not paid for it or anything. Okay. Well, I think that's true. And it was great to meet you over the summer, Bert Bufftug, along with so many other users. I'm going to be putting together a tour in late February, early March, and I'll be announcing the dates for it soon. A lot going on, actually. There's also, I want to mention that merchandise will be stocked very soon on the Henry's Kitchen store for people that want to get merchandise for their loved ones from Henry's Kitchen. And also the YouTube channel, I want to say every Tuesday now I'm uploading a video, and I'm trying as hard as I can to be consistent with it. And it's going to be, usually it's an unreleased video that was only behind the paywall, and now every Tuesday for the next 6 months or so. So if you haven't subscribed to the YouTube channel, please do, because it's a lot of fucking work, and I hope people are watching. And also, feel free to comment. Oh, Mally Girl said, love the Fat Bombs. Thank you very much. Yeah, Fat Bombs was the most recent one. You can see it right there on the YouTube channel. And Saguaro U says, tour. Hopefully the American Southwest will get a show. Yeah, I really want to go to Tucson or Phoenix. I really want to make that happen. And I'm gonna try. Maybe you can help along with Jaffe and other people in that area. And I think Phaedrus, and tell me places that are like a bar that has about 100 people, that is used to doing music, like acoustic music, maybe on a Friday or Saturday night, but a chill place that would like to host an evening and be happy with 100 people buying drinks and maybe burgers or whatever. It's amazing how difficult it is to find a place like that. The Chunk says, wait, I shouldn't have paid the $59.99 to vote? No, that was not us. That was a scam. You have to be careful with this. There's scams all over the place. Purple Donut Filling His Fruit says, if you watch the newest video, you'll get treated to see Henry's mustache. Yes, you can see me with a mustache. It's a pandemic era, everything's going to shit kind of mustache. But it is a mustache nonetheless. Okay, how are we doing here? Let me check in with you. Are you doing okay? Good. I'm glad to hear it. I think it's time for us to make some coffee here. Well, we have a couple of more pictures. We'll scroll through them. Let's check in with our alerts. Alexander Dean. Oh, this is the kind of thing that I love to see. This is getting ready for the Christmas time. Alexander Dean just gifted a Tier 1 sub to Poor Ass Guy. That's very kind of you. So now Poor Ass Guy is an actual subscriber. This is sort of a little bit like the ending of the movie It's a Wonderful Life, where George Bailey's brother Harry says to my brother George, who's now the richest man in town. I get goosebumps just saying it. And that's kind of what's happening here with Alexander Dean gifting a Tier 1 sub to Poor Ass Guy, but on a much, much lower level. It's much more low stakes version of that, but it is kind of the thing too. Parasitosa says, I'm an ass guy too. Oh, is that what it meant? I always thought he was poor ass, like a poor guy, but maybe you're saying he's a poor ass guy. Maybe he's not good at being an ass guy. I don't know. I still try to figure out a lot of these things. Bradford Bartos, good to see you, man. Resubscribe. Thank you so much, Bradford. I hope you're enjoying these streams. It was good to meet you a couple of years ago, and it's all very cathartic, I think, to do what we do here, which is chatting with each other and trying to figure out the meaning of life and having a little bit of music along the way, and cooking, which we're going to be doing in a little bit. I'm going to teach you how to make coffee at home. Okay, well, that covers that. And then thanks again, Dark Ages, for sharing your wonderful photography there. And let's see what else we've got. Maui Girl sent us a cool picture. This is this Christmas decor? It looks like it. Yeah, I like it. It's very nice. Boy, I'm getting excited about Christmas, but I can't do it. We can't be too early, because if we just celebrated Christmas throughout every month, it wouldn't mean anything. And by the way, when I say Christmas, I mean the holiday time. Christmas is the one that I grew up with, but whatever you think of as the holiday time is fine with me. Maui Girl 45, it's my favorite ornament. Yeah, that is a really good one. Is that Raggedy Ann, or it's sort of maybe Raggedy Ann's angry sister? It's a really good one. That doll is pissed. Not a doubt about that. Love it. Thanks, Maui Girl, for sending that. And then let's see what else. Well, wait a second. The group Anonymous, which we know as doing a lot of hacking and stuff like that, has gifted a sub here. And that sub goes to someone named ABCDEFHIJKLMNOPQRSTUVWXYZ. Interesting, the conspicuous absence of the letter G. Now, Anonymous does a lot of coding and digital hacking and whatnot. Yeah, it's Kate X says maybe they forgot the letter G. I don't think so. I think Anonymous knows what they're doing, and they probably are trying to tell us that what they're really doing is they're gifting a tier 1 sub to G. That's probably what it is. G for Greensleeves. You're right, Maui Girl. The group Anonymous, in addition to all the hacking and whatnot, they also, a lot of people don't know, they wrote the song Greensleeves, which has been around since the Renaissance era. M. Cariotti says it's like when the W keys were stolen at the White House. Ooh, I didn't know that happened. Marzipan, maybe they get their G from being gifted subs. Oh, that's probably what it is. Yeah. Okay, let's see what else we've got here. We've got another beautiful picture similar to the one Pug Lady sent, interestingly enough. Is this a theme? This is from Purple Donut Filling as a Fruit. Very beautiful dog there, cuddling up. Dark Ages says, I'm starting one of those conspiracy pin boards in my living room. We will figure this out, Henry. Yeah, that would be great. Yeah, we got to get to the bottom of this conspiracy theory. Remember, there are some people that say, well, but there's conspiracy theories that are true. Well, then by definition, they're not conspiracy theories. Okay, let's go to, Parasitosis gives us this one. The Good Bakery. Wow, this looks cool. Are those, what are those things called? I can't even remember. They're not truffles. Peanut Butter Sandwich 69 says, I like the conspiracies that make people do math. Yeah, those are good. Yeah, macarons. That's right. Or macaroons. I never really knew the difference. Maybe one's in French. There's roast beef. My cat doing better than all of us. Living his best life. I just don't know how he can sleep so well. I sleep maybe 3 hours a night, and I'm usually tossing and turning in a cold sweat and thinking about choices that I should have made in my life. But for some reason, my cat roast beef does not have that same ailment. Okay, everybody. Thanks, Parasitosis, for sending us a picture of a bakery that sells macarons. Maybe we should go to them. Is there any other context? The writing's too small for me to be able to read, but let me know if there's some context that I should be including in this. Joker23CS says, Henry, my apron has become dirty from lots of
Delicious.
cooking. What the fuck? Oh my goodness. Nim, okay, hold that thought, Joker, and the Chunks, I see that you've got a comment as well. Nim, a friend that I made very early on here on Twitch, whom I will never forget, has just rated us with 909 viewers. Wow, thank you so much, Nim, for sharing your audience with us. It's a little bit uncomfortable in a way because I don't really have a huge thing prepared today. What I'm going to be doing is I'm going to be teaching people how to make coffee at home. A lot of people don't know that you don't have to go to one of these fancy diners like IHOP or Denny's or all these types of things. You can literally just make your own coffee at home. I've not used this particular type of equipment, but it was gifted to me, so we're gonna try it. And I've got some coffee that's the wrong grind here, but we're just gonna do something like that. And I hope it's gonna be, if not entertaining, at least informative, or the other way around. But thanks, Nim, for sharing your audience, and welcome all of Nim's users. If you want to see my cat roast beef, he's sleeping comfortably. Computer, what is the equivalent of a 20-year-old cat in human years?
From Sky.com. According to Omni Calculator, 27 human years is the equivalent to 124 cat years.
So that means he's like a 124-year-old, which doesn't exist. So I don't think that system works. But if he is credited with massive amounts of longevity, I would say the reason for that is his sleep. He sleeps a ton. He also only eats the same food every day. He has regular bowel movements because of the food is perfectly tailored to his health. And also he drinks tons of water. So if all of us did all of those things, we'd probably get to 124 years old. Parasitosis says, what if someone sneaks into your house once a year and replaces roast beef with another cat who is 1 year younger? I wonder if I would know. They would have to get the same weight and everything. But no, I'd probably, if he weighed less, I'd probably say, maybe roast beef lost a little weight recently and I just noticed. So you're right, that could very well happen. But I don't know, I've been living with him a long time. By the way, just letting everybody know that the band Nelson is now promoting The Highwayman. There's a show called The Highwayman that was a web series that I created back during the pandemic. And the band Nelson, I guess, just found out about it, and they were so into the series that they actually started wearing the haircut. I'll show you a little bit of what that hair looks like here.
Sometimes the conversations get me down. Oh, and sometimes you talk until my head spins round. You paid the price for your sanity. Now, baby, look at you. So much for your honesty. What do I say? It's all been said and done. Here I go again. That drifter on the run. Well, I don't know all the clever lines. Is it true? What did
Hello? Hi. Henry? We talked on the phone.
Oh, you're Jake?
Yeah.
This one was called Henry Meets Highwayman.
And you have roast beef? I do. He's in this case.
Okay. Are you hungry at all?
I have a date tonight and I'm making her my famous supermarket style pizza bites. There's a lot of extra and it looks pretty cold out there if you want to come in. Yeah, actually that sounds really good. Great.
Okay, but just to let you know that the band Nelson is big fans of The Highwayman, and they showed their support with their hairdos recently. Anon140 says, how is this possible? Well, it's called green screen technology. It hasn't been around a long time, but it's a new type of technology that's sweeping the nation. suddenly people who are seeing movies aren't going to be able to know the difference between what's real and what's not. Like, for example, I'll show you, if I put myself up against a background, like Michelle Seep sent us a picture of her beautiful backyard area in the fall. This is a beautiful picture. I can literally look like I'm flying, you know? Sort of. Or I can at least look like I'm standing on her patio, where in reality I'm not. I'll show you. I'm literally just in my regular kitchen, but because of this new technology, and a lot of people are saying it's going to be weird because people won't have any way of knowing what's real and what's not. Like, I could take a picture of a politician and put them using green screen technology. I can make it look like they're in Ghana or something like that when they're supposed to be in Montana, or the other way around, you know? And this is just, it's gonna, for lack of a better word, fuck with a lot of people's heads. And I'm sure there are better words. It's just that I'm a conversationally challenged. MK Ultra says the kitchen is just another green screen background. Well, yeah, and that's another thing. Maybe I'm using a background for the background. There's just all kinds of mind fuckery that you can do. Marzipan says, and I thought the Aurora Borealis was ape shit. How the fuck did you peel away the sky? And I want to just talk about language for a second. I not only endorse the use of words that are considered vulgar to some people, but I actually encourage them. So I just want to let people know if they're triggered by either that or by mustaches or facial hair, which I have sometimes, then maybe this is something that you need to think about. Okay, what was the question? Okay, Carrick, that's a cool mouse you got there. Yeah, this is ergodynamic. I had something called a herniated disc a couple of years ago, and the doctor said it was most likely from carpal tunnel syndrome, which now that I think back, it doesn't really make sense. So maybe I'm remembering it incorrectly. He said I also have early onset dementia. Janie Mango says, Henry, didn't you learn your best curse words from your grandma? Yeah, but my grandma was in jail, so she kind of had an excuse. Okay, you're right, Parasitosis. We're getting off. We don't want to get too far off here. We want to get back to work. Number 34 says, so you're not outside right now? Nope. I'm in my own kitchen, but I'm using M. Cariati's user-submitted background. If you want to submit a user picture, you can do so on the Discord. Let's see what else we got. Like Maui Girl, for example, sent us this incredible picture of, is this a sea lion or something along those lines? I think sea lions, every time I've seen those, they're just sleeping, sort of like my cat. But this thing's a seal. Oh, okay. It's Kate X says it's a weird looking dog, a cute dog, maybe a pug. I don't know if everybody's, Maui Girl says it's a Hawaiian monk seal. Wow, it's very cool. Thank you for that. And also we discovered that some people are not very good at recognizing different types of animals, because I knew right away that wasn't a dog. Hey, Fat Hunger sent us this picture from Tokyo. This is beautiful, thank you. What is this? Is it some kind of merchandise warehouse or something like that? It's very cool. Let's see what else we've got. Duza says, do you have a picture of river bisons? You mean like bison that's hanging out on the river? River bison, or is that a code for something? River bison. River bisons. Reverb is ons. The reverb is ons. Reverb is on. Oh my God, you're right. I left the reverb on. Or it was off. No, that couldn't be what it was. Was the reverb on or not? I thought I really had it there, but apparently the reverb was not on, so that's not what it was. Oh, I don't know. I'm so confused. Oh, it was on the whole time, Blazer1310 says. Okay. But thank you. If you do want to point out a technical note here, please do it according to some type of code so I'm not embarrassed in front of all my friends. Okay, well, I think we've gone through all the pictures. I think it's time for us to do what we do best here at Henry's Kitchen. And that is, I don't really know even what that is. But we're going to do it. We're going to make coffee. All right, so let's see if we can find a good tutorial on this. I'm going to go, what I usually do is I go to a website called WikiHow. And I'm going to put homemade coffee. Oh, we've got some alerts coming down the pike. Let's go ahead and take a look at what we've got here. Divorced Master Chief has given us a tier 1 sub for 21 months. Amazing. Thank you, Divorced Master Chief. I hope you are the chief master of divorce. I'll bet you're awesome at it. Maybe you've done it so many times that you've finally gotten good at it. And that's something that nobody gets good at. Parasitosis says you can tell this is also a green screen since the N and the sign is wonky. Oh yeah, there's a clip of that. That sign unfortunately fell, but as a testament to the sign makers that the users bought it from, I think it was a company in China, if I'm not mistaken. You that thing held together pretty well. Okay, let's see what else is going on. Okay, so we, oh yeah, we're going to WikiHow. How to make the perfect coffee. All right, a guide to making, well, first it says each coffee fanatic has to find his or her own personal favorite. It might take dozens of tries just to get the right bean, trying different sources, blends, roasts, different temperatures for your water, different proportions. This journey is going to be a growing personal experience for you and your partner or loved ones. But you won't get anywhere without the right brewing techniques. We don't want assholes just rolling up in their Lamborghini or whatever the hell it is thinking they can just throw together some water and some coffee beans and say, oh, I made coffee. No. This is a hard thing to do. It's something that you have to get good at and you have to learn from some type of educational source. And that's the way we're going to do this. Here's an overview of every consideration that goes into your perfect cup. Okay, perfect. And it's got a thing here where if I download it, it says it's a printable PDF, free. I guess that's probably the printable PDF of the instructions, maybe. I'm just going to push download here. No, that's not. That's something else. I think there was an ad. I think that's some kind of virus or something. Sorry. Beanie Bobini says, what if I don't have any friends or loved ones? Do you have an animal? Maybe you can find an animal. Parasitosis says, wait, can you print PDFs? I don't think so. Okay, number 1, buy fresh roasted coffee beans and keep them in an airtight container until you're ready to brew. Grind the beans using a burr grinder. So we're already one step ahead. We've got our beans here. And you want 6 fluid ounces of water. Ooh, this smells really, really good. I think we're just going to ignore all this shit and just go ahead and start making it and see what happens. Beanie Bobini wants roast beef cam. Yeah. It is a little upsetting to me that the users, the viewers here generally would get more entertainment out of just watching my cat sleep than anything that I've got to say or do here. Lord Skeletor CPR says nice beans and has resubscribed for 35 months. Amazing. Thank you, Lord Skeletor CPR. Thank you very much for the life-saving that you're doing with your CPR. Big fan of Jeff Goldblum is here. Wow, I haven't seen that name in a long time. Hi, Henry. I hope you're having a nice day. Don't you find the phrase make homemade coffee slightly peculiar? Would it not be more efficient to phrase it as homemade coffee? Home-make coffee. Oh, you're right. You can probably get rid of a little bit of extra verbiage there by just saying home-make coffee if you're using it in the in that tense. Douche Nozzle McGrudelson says, have you ever made roasted chickpeas? I keep messing up the recipe and I don't know what I'm doing wrong. No, but I have made lentils. Is that similar? Okay. All right, guys, we're getting off. Let's go ahead and figure out what we're doing here. First thing I'm going to do is I'm going to take some water. Now, this is a hot water heater. And what this is going to do for you is, if you put it in correctly, it's going to tell you the exact temperature. So let's start by getting a little bit of water into this thing here. Now I'm going to fill it up with cold, so it starts out cold. And unfortunately, they give you a really short fucking cord for this thing, so I can't bring it fully into view, but I can see the important part here. We want it to be 180 degrees. If it's more than 180 degrees, not only will you ruin your coffee, but you might do some very permanent damage to yourself. So do not go over 180 degrees when you're making coffee. You can go under, but then you're just going to have sort of lukewarm coffee. Bebo Bobo says, my God. Yeah. Johnny Crack says 180 degrees. How is that Possiblex? I've never heard of Possiblex. Water evaporates at 100 degrees. Huh. Is that true? Or maybe you're talking about in Fahrenheit or vice versa. Wait, that thing is for heating water. It's too advanced. How is average person supposed to make this? You can do the old-fashioned way where you just put water in a pot boiler and then you just put it on fire and then it would eventually get to that temperature. But you're going to need a meat thermometer. Modsban Weeb says, hello, I can't stop listening to Jose Suicidio. Have you ever met him before? I've not only met him, but Jose Suicidio and I are both working on a new album. It's probably going to come out in the springtime. And it's got a lot of exciting songs, some of which you've probably heard on Henry's Kitchen videos. Okay, so while we've got that water going, I'm sorry, I'm going to have to shout because this thing's a little louder than I thought it was. While we've got that water boiling, or not really boiling, but getting to 180 degrees or whatever, my ADHD is going crazy because I'm also getting so many questions at once here. I need to just sort of chill for a second. We have to figure out how this works. Already I'm seeing a little bit of a problem. There's holes in the bottom here, so if I just pour water in there, it's going to come out there. But this other piece has holes also, which you would think you'd go like that, but there's holes. But look at this, there's holes in this, there's holes literally in everything that this thing has. So I'm going to go back to my instructions here. think we're going to take a coffee cup. I'm going to use a coffee mug that I just got. Sometime in the year 2010, I think it was, I did a podcast called WTF, hosted by Mark Maron, the great Mark Maron, and I went to a wrap party for it, and he gave me this incredible coffee mug. And I'm going to use this. It was a very nice time. Bebo Bobo, the far-off futuristic year of 2010. Yeah, actually pastistic in a weird way. Okay. Camro says, Maui Girl, ooh, what happened? Whatever my mom has smells like those Honey Puff cereals. Oh, it sounds like you're having a different conversation there, and that's totally acceptable. But I'm going to try to figure out what to do here. I think we're going to put this thing here. Well, we're going to put our coffee on it. I have a tablespoon already secured. We'll put our coffee down there. And then maybe what happens is we put this here and then we push down or something. I think that's what it is. So I've got this sort of layering thing. Let's go ahead and start pouring water so it's like a pour over. Computer, am I doing this right? Oh, no, no, no. It's spilling all over the fucking place. What's happening? How does that... We have a situation. Bad situation. Delicious smelling situation, but it's still a bad situation. I've got coffee all over the floor now. And I think I ruined a rug. Wow, that was really bad. Was I pouring in? Whoo, it's still hot too. And it looks like mud. This doesn't look good at all. Okay, damage control time. Where is the coffee that was in there? I'm very confused. Okay, there's the source of our problem there. Is that these holes didn't strain. They didn't do anything. Anonymous, our old friend Anonymous, who's done so much hacking and coming up with limericks and all kinds of stuff. Anonymous just gifted a tier 1 sub to General Nutsacks. Thank you very much for that. Boy, we have made a fucking mess. I need a bigger cup. I'm going to use this beautiful cup that was gifted to me by you, the users of Henry's Kitchen, and I don't know if you can see it, but it's roast beef. Hopefully it'll autofocus. Yeah, there it is. You're my national treasure. Look at that. If that's not the cutest fucking thing that you've seen all day, then you must be a person who sees cute stuff like all day, because this is pretty damn cute. Okay, so let's go ahead now and do this is called damage control, what we're doing now, where problems happen. And I want to say this, look, problems are gonna problem. That's the way the kids say it. But what you have to do is you have to face the problem. You have to be prepared to confront it. You can't run away from it. And this is not just in the kitchen, but in life. It's not what happens to you, it's how it happens. I don't know. I'm not having an easy time saying this, Janie Mango says, my little dog in a ballerina outfit is pretty cute, but hard to top that mug. Yeah, I mean, and also you're probably not going to see that picture every day. Big fan of Jeff Goldblum says, what if I'm really fast? That's true. Okay, let's go back to our absolute mess here. So we're doing some damage control. The first thing I need to do is take this mug and pour it into a larger mug because it's way too full, and that's just going to create more mess if we try to mess with this. So let's just very carefully pour it. Into the other mug like so. Oh, and look at that. We left a lot of that residue in this mug, which is going to help this coffee. I'm so glad I have so many paper towels. But my God, I ruined a rug. And I also got coffee all over my drawers and my green screen. And just, fortunately, it didn't get anywhere near the computer equipment, which is good. Okay.
I don't know that.
Okay. So let's go ahead now. I'm going to rinse a couple things. Maybe talk amongst yourselves. Pudding LOL says, so maybe we are meant to pour it into more mugs to filter the coffee more. Yeah, I think that we might have accidentally discovered how to make awesome coffee that way. I think I'm afraid of putting this in the sink actually because it's so thick. It might mess up the plumbing. So I think what I'm going to do... Ooh, that water's very hot. Still very hot. I think I'm going to grab this separate and put it in the trash because plumbing is important. You don't want to mess with that. Here. Okay, I think we've gotten most of the bad stuff out of here. I just can't believe how much water was coming out of that thing, and I should have stopped way earlier, I guess. Wasted paper towels, I don't like doing that. And now what I'm going to do is something called blotting. So blotting is basically you're literally laying your paper towel or whatever product you want to use to absorb the water here. Computer, is coffee good for your cooking board?
Here's what I found. While healthiness depends on personal health considerations, 1 cup of brewed coffee is a good source of riboflavin.
Oh, I didn't know that. It's not anywhere close to what I asked, but it's still very interesting to know that. Computer, what is riboflavin?
According to Wikipedia, riboflavin, also known as vitamin B2, is a vitamin found in food and sold as a dietary supplement. It is essential to the formation of 2 major coenzymes, flavin mononucleotide and flavin adenine dinucleotide.
Okay, well, so computer, why don't they just say vitamin B2?
Sorry, I don't know that.
Yeah, I didn't think you did. Bobins says, I think Henry might be the first person to ever ask their Alexa if coffee is good for your cutting board. Truly a revolutionary. Well, thank you very much. I like to try to be a trendsetter in the kitchen if possible. There's so many people going all the way back to Julia Child. And there was Gordon Ramsay. There's been other cooks over the many years and cooking explainers like Anthony Bourdain and the late Anthony Bourdain. Emerald Parasitosis says, Royal Flush 9 says Marco Pierre White. Silconic says Chef Boy ID. Janie Mango says the Swedish chef. Yeah, there's so many chefs throughout the years. But now, because you guys distracted me, I have ADHD or whatever, and I started just naming chefs, and I don't remember what the thing was that I was going to try to say. I'm Daxify says, I didn't have a coffee bean grinder, so I crushed them under a rock. Is that okay? Yeah, any way that you can crush them, it really doesn't matter. M. Cariotti says Chef Francesco Rinaldi. Paul Gerard from Colombo. Is that a chef too? Thanks. Depression got old time of me. All right, well, you know what? We're just going to taste this coffee and see what it tastes like, and I hope it's good. Here we go. We definitely made a big fucking mess here, but hopefully we made a decent cup of coffee. It's hot. That's a plus. It's very strong. I mean, it's so strong. As they say, it'll put proverbial hair on your chest. Bot Wood says, I think Matt Damon does cook in that one movie. So him too, yeah. And we don't have to keep going with the chef examples. I mean, we can if you want, but to me, that's just, it's going to be distracting for me. So Beanie Bobini says, how many mgs of caffeine? Pudding LOL says, Olivia Cook. Yeah, there's so many chefs. But you know what? I'm such a freaking coffee addict that I'm going to drink this even though it's extremely strong. Kate Beckinsale does cooking at home. Okay, well now you're just naming all people. Just people. Money Curse says it'll put hair on your chef. That's true. Video game weekend. Henry, will this be your primary method for making coffee going forward? I don't think so because it's a little messy and it's a little bit labor intensive. But it'll work for today. Monkus1337, are those coffee stains in your apron? Oh, yeah, that was something that I was going to say a long time ago. Never wash your apron, because then the cool little letters that say Henry's Kitchen let me clarify that. Never wash your Henry's Kitchen apron. I think they might fall off in the wash, or maybe it's just mine, but I've always been afraid to wash it, so I've had the same apron for 14 years. You can see it. You can see me make it, I think, in my my chocolate truffles video. I don't really remember, but oh, you're right. Somebody said it reads Henry's Itchin', so I guess the K must have fallen off at some point. Hey, we're going to do a thank you song, and then we're going to play a little bit of our game. So let's go ahead and do that. And if anybody's wondering, we're currently at 240 subscribers. And I think that's really pretty great. You know, when I think back on 3 years ago, I didn't have any subscribers because I wasn't quite doing it yet, I don't think. But now, we have 240 subscribers, 412 viewers. Okay, we got to get to something entertaining here. I'm going to go ahead and do a thank you song to the tune of the rock anthem, beautifully composed and performed by the late Freddie Mercury of the band Queen. We're going to put the Reverbus on. Check, test. Okay. Botwood said, was he late? As my friend Mark Cohen would say, he ain't late, he ain't coming. Maui Girl 45, Henry's Itchin' is totally entertaining. It is pretty entertaining. Okay. Man, that is some strong coffee. Woo! Woo! All right, here we go. This is a song that I want to thank the users of Henry's Kitchen, the moderators, the technical advisors, the tier 3 subscribers, the big name streamers like Nim, who gave us a raid today and has shared his audience with us right from the beginning. Quanto, technical advisor. JV's Tech, technical advisor. A lot of technical people. And also the folks that run the Discord and the moderators. So many people come together to give us this experience. And that's why you have the sort of multi-million-dollar show that is Henry's Kitchen. And I use that term in sort of a, what would you say, like a metaphorical way or sort of a rhetorical way. Computer, how much money does Henry's Kitchen generate?
From Zippia.com, Henry's Foods peak revenue was $15.0 million in 2024.
Wow, so just my food alone generated $15 million of revenue. What? Wait, is that possible? Computer, can you repeat that?
You're very, very, oh so very.
Computer, stop. Computer, can you repeat that?
You're very,
Not that.
very, oh so very.
Computer, stop. How would I say? Computer, how much money does Henry's Kitchen generate per year?
From Owler.com, Henry's generates $354.5 thousand in revenue per employee. Henry's main competitors are Twisted Fork Restaurant, Bruno Restaurant, and Red Rooster Mobile Brick Oven.
Oh, wow. I didn't even know I had competitors. Okay, let's go ahead and do this song. Beautifully composed by the great Freddie Mercury. Hey, we got an alert here from Marzipan. Marzipan says, has just joined us and subscribed. And it doesn't say how many. They changed it to a shorthand, so I don't really know, but it's a new subscriber, Marzipan. Thank you very much, Marzipan, for joining us. And Gawkwork Orange says it goes out to all of the moderators. No, I wish it did. I actually haven't seen whatever money this is. Roast Beef is over it. He's just done. He's just over. He's the equivalent of a 124-year-old man, but a very cute one. It'd be like if you picked up a 124-year-old man and sort of cradled him in your arms. It would be weird if it were a man, but if it's a cat for some reason, nobody thinks it's weird. Okay, here we go. Let's do this song here. Falcon and Dingo Bug, Dom Beef Hot Bear 1110, Do Dingle Dog Goggle, Dr. Flanges and Bacchus, and also Shane, yes, Beelzebub, Mochi's Nirvana, it's Kid Kairos, a Bumble Vision, the LGS, Chef Reactions, Husky Boyle, Bill Arkin Music, The Toy, the Nim, Moon, Emerald, S-Fan and Bonnie too, Dazzle Cat and Blurry Little Quest, Borson, Vanilla Mirrors, Pairs of Toasties, and don't forget Quanto of the world. ECT Purple Donut filling his fruit, Tankard and Borsonvin, Zodiac Tone, Gary Busey, ASMR, Lurkbull, Shandis Nova Glarian, Mr. Gooseberry VT, also D's Nuts, Game Master Flash, the Cat Food Taster, Mochi's Nirvana, the Chair Knights, Red Hot Hibachi, Ransom, GRS, Elitis, and Michelle Happy. Van Lips 1, Caitlin's Kitchen, Embry 2, 25 Yard Chasm, Nico Teso, Michael Bublé 4422, Potato Cat Breeder, Passion Arrow, Minho Shin 64, Midnight Faded, JSBX Fan, Eseditus, Pool Boy 789, and don't forget Quanto. Beautiful song by Freddie Mercury. I want to say that Freddie Mercury actually wrote those alternate lyrics shortly before he sadly passed, way too soon. Those alternate lyrics, just by coincidence, turned out to be an exact reading of all of the usernames of people that have helped us here on Henry's Kitchen. I still I can't even wrap my head around the incredible coincidence. But coincidences do happen. You hear a lot of people say, I don't believe in coincidences. I do. I do believe in coincidences. And I think that's what makes me special. Opalescent Egg says, taken from us by the Grim Reaper too soon. Yeah, you hear that term, Freddie Mercury was taken from us. By whom? And by death, or by the Grim Reaper is another way to say it, but taken from us by the angel of death. Bobbins says, oh, I've heard about that one. I think it was called Bohemian Prophecy. Ooh, I like that. Bohemian Prophecy would be an amazing sequel. Here, I'm going to put this guitar away. Of the world. And we're going to do a little gaming now. Now, as a lot of you know, gaming is not my forte, or some people say forte, but I think that it's a French word, so it would be pronounced fort. Fort. Computer, how do you pronounce the word fort?
Okay, here's pronunciations. I would pronounce it as fort. By the way, I
Oh,
work best when you
so
spell the
smart.
word you want me to pronounce, instead of saying the entire word or phrase.
Yeah, good point. Computer, how do you pronounce the word that is spelled F-O-R-T-E?
From Quora.com. Forte, a French term, is pronounced fort, and it means strong.
So she literally said forte is pronounced fort, so she mispronounced it. I don't know. Pugs Are Cute says, how is roast beef? Well, let's take a look. Oh, there we go. It's a rainy day here, and he's just kind of over everything. And I don't blame him. It's tough, you know? Life is tough. But we're gonna go ahead and play this game here. I'm gonna take off the Reverbison, and we're gonna put it on the desktop audio. Check. And then I've got to go to the library, and I've got to start Heavy Rain, which is the game we're playing. It's a silly game. It's a very silly game. It's a little dark, so I want to say if you're easily triggered by bad graphics or bad plot lines, cliches, weak voiceovers, you might have a problem with this game. Blurpack says, you cook, therefore I use. That's a wonderful phrase. That's actually a great spin on the old phrase from Descartes. I think, therefore I am. Cogito, ergo, whatever it was. Yeah, we've got rain. No doubt about that. All right, let's go to our capturing here. So many steps. Okay. So as usual, I'm going to check in with the people in chat. Is the audio a little bit much? Maybe I'll bring it down. Okay, Royal Flush 9, I'm right ahead of you there. The game is a bit too loud. Okay, let's turn that down. I'm finding it loud as well. Is that better? How's the balance? You see me, you hear me, you see the game, you hear me. Okay, Royal Flush 9 says it's perfect. Okay. I just have to blow my nose. That's sort of my prep. Pre-gaming prep. Money Curse says don't put Descartes before De Horse. Wow, thank you for that, Money Curse. It's nice to get a little bit of wordplay now and then, and it's certainly encouraged here, and you just did it very nicely, and I commend you for that. Thank you for that little bit of levity in an otherwise dark and horrible world. Okay, so we're going to go to this plot line that included this lady. Am I supposed to do something here? What happens now? Oh, I see. It just sort of waits. It seems there's an issue with the frames per second. Is that right? Can we get a confirmation on that? Oh, we're clubbing. We are clubbing.
Paco Mendez.
Hell yeah.
He's the guy who rented the Doc's apartment on Marble Street.
Okay, thanks, Dark Aegis.
He might be the killer.
We're gonna get to the bottom of this game here, or to the end of the game anyway. Some grooving music there. Why can't I go anywhere? Oh, here. Problem. Hey. Oh, I know the problem. This new keyboard I have isn't... oh, it's not on. My keyboard was not on. There we go. That was pretty silly. This is a dance move that I have, where you go right in between a couple. I'll show it to you again. It's called the cock blocker. Try it sometime. If you ever see a couple dancing, just dance right in between them. It's called the cock blocker. Okay. Thanks, Johnny Crack. You can have that. Dark Ages says they were too zooted to care. Yeah. Where am I going? Now, if they had been playing some Saturday Night Fever music, that would have been amazing.
Bartender.
Oh, okay, thank you. Where's the bartender? Bartender in here. All right, that's just a bathroom. Where the fuck is the bar? This game really does drive me nuts in terms of the, I should be able to just walk. And it's switching all kinds of angles. I just want to go to the bar. Maybe I'll ask this guy.
I'm looking for Paco Mendez. Do you know where he is?
He's at his table over there. Does he know you?
Not yet, but I have to talk to him.
That's not possible. Mr. Mendez is asked not to be disturbed.
Gotta come up with some other way.
Sorry, lady. Invited guests only.
Let's go back to the bartender. Oh, here's a bartender. That's not a bartender? Oh, it's got to be way up here. Come on.
This gives you a feeling.
You're right. I don't know how I'm going to get his attention. I'm just not good at navigating this, and I'm very sorry, guys. It must be, like, very difficult to watch. But it's like, can I talk to the guy, please?
Paco seems to like his girls sexy. Sexy in a kind of dumb way.
Wow, what a strange fetish.
Play school for the jet set. Not really my kind of hand. I've nothing against techno, trance, whatever music, but this stuff is really loud. If this Paco is one of the buddies of Dr. Death, I better watch my step.
Alright, let's go back to Paco here.
Maybe I could catch his attention by strutting my stuff nearby.
Yeah. I'll do a little bit of the cock blocker dance. How do I dance? Guys, I don't know if I have the patience for this one today. I mean, does somebody want to tell me what to do? This is very sad. Isn't this where the guy was? Where's Paco? Oh yeah, here he is. Oh, here we go. We'll get on the platform. Thank you, Dark Ages.
Looks like I flunked flirt class. He hasn't even looked my way.
Everybody shut up. I'm trying to concentrate on dancing. Keep dancing. I danced. How many times do I gotta dance? Fuck. All right, let's get it perfect. I did it. Why does it set me up the wrong way? All right, well, that didn't work.
Guess it's time to sexy up my performance. I think it's a good place to change.
Well, we know where that is. That's the bathroom. Now, where's the stupid bathroom again? Where was that bathroom? I think it was over by the entrance. Oh yeah, there it is.
Time to play the sexy girl.
All right. Yeah, holy crap, awesome. This definitely covers a lot of territory. I do that move when I put on my Highwayman wig. Doing this again. Show a little cleavage. I heard that Paco likes cleavage. Boy, this guy Paco's hard to please. This is a little like the transformation they gave Olivia Newton-John in the movie Grease. I guess I'm old-fashioned. I preferred her before the makeover. My friend used to say, instead of Olivia Newton-John, he used to say, I'll leave you a note in the John. Dark Ages says, he's like, nah, I'm into dudes. What the fuck, lady? You could have just asked to talk. I know. I think that she's probably doing too much. And also, I don't know how to get out of the bathroom. We're just going to let her now. We're going to leave the rest of her skirt there. How do I get out? Okay, there it is. Hey, buddy. No guys are noticing me. I'm gonna go right in between these two. Cock block. I'll leave you a note in the John. Now let's dance. Okay. Apparently Paco only likes girls that are capable of the act of dancing.
This gives you a feeling.
Well, all that does is it makes it look like she's inebriated. There we go. JSBX fan says he looks like Lars from Metallica. He does. Yeah, this guy is a creep, Maui girl. Maybe I'll make him play hard to get.
It's your lucky day, sweetheart. The boss wants to invite you to his table.
Oh my god, me?
Hey, thanks for accepting my little invitation. You know around here, honey? I think I would have noticed you before. My name's Paco. Are you?
Madison. I'm Madison.
Ah. Well, you move, Madison. You're making me all hot under the collar.
Isn't that her real name, though?
Maybe we can continue this conversation somewhere more private.
I'll leave you a note in the John.
Oh, baby. Yeah, come with me.
Now I can't stop saying that. Say hello to my little friend. Yeah, you're right, Nancy Droodles. That's what he's doing. I heard they got Al Pacino to actually do the voiceover for this. Oh no, I wasn't paying attention to which way he went. Where am I going?
Everything is gonna be all right. I have a plan. I know exactly what I'm doing.
He went up some stairs. this Madonna? I can't get out of here, guys. It's so frustrating to me. No more cock blocking. This is pretty much just me anytime I go to one of these clubs. That's why I don't really go to them as much as I used to back in my early 50s. Butt Smasher Masher says, I go to clubs like this all the time. I'll bet you do, Butt Smasher Masher. Oh, wait. That guy's pretending like he didn't see me do something stupid right there.
I go in, and they can talk to the gun, and I get out of there before I get into big trouble. Everything's gonna be alright.
I don't know.
It's going to be alright.
I'm a little jittery after that coffee. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to push my W's and S's.
So, welcome to my little kingdom. I'll take that. Just get in the way of the good things, sweet cheeks.
Thanks, Gumme Kande, for the vote of
So,
confidence there.
Show me what you can do. Take it all. Slowly. Take it all off.
Could I have a drink? You know, just a little drink to break the ice.
Is this the same voiceover artist who did the Fire
Do your thing.
game that we played?
Could we just talk first?
We don't need any more talking, baby. I all talked out. Now, show me what you can do.
I was hoping we could chat about the current state of
I'm
affairs.
sorry. I think there's
Firewatch?
been a little misunderstanding.
She sounds a lot like that girl.
Look, I'll just go. No harm done. Another time.
I think it is you who have misunderstood.
Have you
tired of
met
wasting
my
your
little
time.
friend?
It's now or never, baby.
Say hello.
I never take never for an answer.
I think he means I never take no for an answer. I don't think she said never.
Just like that.
Think of something. There's got to be some way out of here.
I know. I'll take off my clothes and have sex with him.
So much as touches me.
Alright, guys. I'm sorry. No, I don't think that this will go very
The
rampant.
lamp. If only I could find some way to grab it. Oh, I know.
I gotta be ready for the buttons now.
Baby, sweet cakes.
That's what I call kicking butt.
You go, girl.
Now, what?
Okay, Act 2. Let's hear Loverboy sing.
Ah!
How did you know I like that?
If you call out, I'll kill you. Got it?
Shit. What you want?
You rent an apartment on Marble Street. I want to know why.
An apartment? I don't know what you're talking about.
Ah, it sounds like this guy wants a little,
You haven't got the balls, lady. But you're gonna know balls when I catch up with you. Ugh! You fucking bitch! I'm gonna kill you!
Boss? Is everything all right?
Okay, guys. My neighbors are gonna think that I'm watching the wrong kind of thing. He's like, wow, that
If you
was
value those prized balls of
confusing.
yours, Paco, then it's time for you to talk.
Oh! Ah! What you doing? Stop it! Stop it!
I'm only getting started. How about some more?
This is pretty silly, guys. I want to tell people out there that are watching, don't do this.
I never set foot in that apartment. I gave the keys to some... I never set foot in that apartment. I gave the keys to some guy. He said he needed a place. He had money.
What was that guy? What was that guy's name? What was that guy's name?
Why is it not working, guys? Okay, oh, I got it. I was pushing the wrong one. Oh, I gotta hold on to it?
What was that guy?
Hold all?
What was that guy's name?
I don't know his name. I swear. Ah! Ah!
Oh, no. Come on, this game is just...
Shepard! Name is John Shepard. That's all I know. I swear it. Ugh.
Why didn't you just say that?
There, that wasn't so hard, was it? I really appreciated this romantic moment, but I gotta dash. See you next time, lover boy.
Now let's get out of here.
Time to get out of here. I got a massive headache.
Lacey T says, go wash your hands. Yeah, that would be a good idea. But you know what? I don't want to hang around here until... and wait and see what happens. Now I'm going back up by accident. Come on. What is this? Let me out of here. Just want to get out. Just want to get right out of here. JSBX fan says, can you pull the gun out so people will get out of your way? Yeah, that would have been a good idea, but... Alright, everybody. I think that's probably going to do it for today. Especially since we got to go into this guy now and it's boring, so... let's look at his face for a couple of minutes like it does during every transition. Yeah, you're right, Gumme Candy. I did make it. Maybe I'm finally getting good at this game at the very end. Back to the main menu. Yes. And let's exit the game. Yes. Okay, everybody. One last check-in on my cat roast beef here. Oh, he's gone. Beanie Bobini says that was the stream of all time. Wow. Thank you so much. Oh, I see what's happening. It's fucking... you know, Steam is trying to download all kinds of stuff, so I hope that we were able to do that without too much frame loss or whatever. I just noticed that it was downloading something. Parasitosis says, Henry the Nutbuster. Okay, everybody. Well, this was a lot of fun. Dark Ages says that was intense, good stream. I can't believe we got coffee and nut twisting. Yeah, the coffee was good. I made a huge fucking mess, but the coffee was fine. It's very, very muddy. Like it literally. Oh, I didn't think it was gonna pour out. I made a big mess, but you know what? We had coffee. We learned a little bit, and I think we sort of. Did what we came here to do, as the old expression goes. We conquered, we saw, we came. Purple donut filling is fruit. Remember, everyone, don't twist someone's nuts unless it's absolutely necessary. Well, maybe that's a good way to leave this stream here today. I appreciate everybody for showing up today. Thanks, Nim, for that incredible raid. Thanks for sharing your audience with us and all that you do. Thanks for the pictures, everybody. Maui Girl, Parasitosis, Ditchin' Hat, Michelle C. And I know I'm leaving people out, but I didn't know I was going to start naming everybody. But I just want to thank everybody so much. And I'll see you on Sunday for the big birthday stream. That's going to be at noon Pacific. It's my birthday, and we're going to be celebrating. And don't forget to sign up for the contest that they've got going on the Discord, where you can be a Henry's Kitchen virtual intern with a badge and everything. So Depressing Gota Old of Me says, oh, got a hold of me. I see. Depression's got a hold of me. Oh, thank you for the coffee. Great stream. Yeah, that was a lot of fun. All right, everybody. Well, thanks, and I hope you enjoy the rest of your week.